The sun has set on BSAC 2019. As just sure, it has been a wonderful 2 days of final events.
Yes, Anamar, it has really been an exciting finals for 2019 in terms of the Barbados Secondary School Athletics Championship. And congratulations must go out to the winners, St. Michael in the girls and Harrison College, reclaiming the boys' title. And you know that they have won the boys' title more than any other school. This is the 11th time now that they would have won the boys' title. And they were really chased right down to the wire by Christchurch Foundation, who also finished second in the girls to St. Michael. So Harrison College, boys champions, St. Michael for the second year in a row, girls champion, and this time alone. They won't have foundation to celebrate with.
What are some of your thoughts on the final day's events?
Yeah, well, you had some very good performances, and it was a really fitting climax to the whole action with St. Michael getting the baton there, star by Kyle Gale, a few meters behind Delano Wickham from Foundation. And the expectation would be that Kyle Gale, who clocked 47 or 6 seconds to win the 400 meters, would have chased him down. But one must also remember that Wickham, he also clocked 47 seconds as well. And both of them have qualified for the Crifty Games in the 400. So it was never going to be an easy task because he did not have what you would say a weak runner in front of him. And Wickham gave it all. He really ran his heart out and was able to win the race for Foundation, giving them some very good points, but they came up 5 points short of Harrison College tally. And when you look back on it, Foundation will have to look at their under 13 boys who were picked at the line by Queen's College in that race. One thought that Kevin Newton just had gotten up there and he was celebrating, but in the end, for the Finnish cameras said that Queen's College were the winners. So Foundation, you know, once again they have come up short in the boys category. I don't think that they have ever won the boys since BSAC was started in 1985. So Seabert Strawn and Ricky Carter and those at Foundation will have to go back to the drawing board and up with a plan to really, if they want to win the boys title. And also that lost their reign on the girls title, they would have been the champions for the last 3 years. And St. Michael, you know, they really showed, yeah, good, strong on the track and also in the field. And you know, like when you have someone like a Tennille Chapman Goodluck, a national volleyballer, coming and also winning events. And they were really reinforced this year with the acquisition of Vivica Addison from Leicester Vaughan and Shadia Worrell from Alexandra. That gave them the necessary strength in the under 17 division.
They also had Leilani Haddock.
Yeah, Leilani Haddock came over from Foundation, but I didn't see her on the track a lot. She did run in the 4x1 relay, and she also participated in the long jump, but I don't think that she would have competed in the sprints. But St. Michael with Rhea Hoyt, the likes of Aisha Foster, Ashley Weeks, Ashley Lowe, they had a very good group of under 20 girls, but their division which really did it for them was the under 13 girls with the likes of Spencer Lane, Shemaya Dell.
Under 15?
Under 15 girls, Cesaria Horford, even someone like Cesaria Ballantyne, who came out of the NATSA as one of the top athletes. She never really got a chance to run an individual event, but she featured in the 4x1 relay, which they won.
Apart from having these star athletes, what do you think did the trick for both St. Michael's and Harrison College? I
think Harrison College field eventers there performed very well. Someone like Aaron Spencer, he won the triple jump. I think he won the long jump and also the high jump. In addition to coming second, I think it was in the. No, he actually won the. He won the hurdles, the 400 hurdles, and this was despite falling. He got up and he was still able to get that victory. And then they got extra points. Julian Ford, he won the 100 meters, but his run in the 200 meters to beat two Crifty qualifiers in Tremaine Smith and Jamil Watts Miller from Foundation, you know, that was a good feat, and that gave them that little edge. Rasheem Griffith, he ran a splendid 400 hurdle today. And then you had in the field, in the javelin, Ahija Hill. He was victorious, and he's another Crifty qualifier. So Harrison College showed that they were not only strong on the track, but they did well in the field events. And also the under 15 boys, Jeremy Small, he won the 100 meters, winning from St. Michael, when most people thought that Josiah Paris would have won that.
Yep.
But he came up trumps, and then Yahi Daniel, he also got them some good points in the sprints as well, and in the 400 meters in the under 15 division.
Looking forward now to Carifta. How strong do you think the team is based on the athletes that have performed, that have qualified?
Yeah, well, I think that Barbados will have a decent chance again at Carifta. I expect that they will win between 12 and 15 goals. Probably even win more if they would select a team whereby they can have relays. I hope that those who are responsible for selecting the teams will seriously look at getting relays, because I was at Carifta for the last 2 years in Curacao and the Bahamas, and I felt that if we had taken relay teams, we would have had more medals. And I am hoping and praying that the selectors would see the need also to invest in some of the distant runners. I know Layla Haynes has qualified in the under 17 1500 meters, but I would hope and pray that the selectors will give Daisha Braffett from Foundation an opportunity. She was a convincing winner of the 8, 15 and 3000 events. The 3000 was an open event, and she dominated among the under 17. And when you have young girls doing distant events, you should encourage them. And you know that is an area where traditionally Jamaica are never strong, the Bahamas are never strong in the longer races, and I think that Barbados need to go in that route and have them. Someone like a Savian Hoyt from Leicester Vaughan in the 4 and the 8, I believe that he can be given a chance in the under 17 division, which, I believe that, Barbados couldn't do well if they select, in my view, the right things. And it should not all be about who made the qualifying standards, because our standards in Barbados are much higher than some of the other territories, and there's no way that you are hoping to represent your country at a particular event, and people from other countries are running slower than you, or throwing distances that you are throwing way above them, surpassing them, and they are going to that event and you are being kept home because it might be a case of finance. I think we in Barbados have to get the finance. We knew Carifta would be at Easter this year. It's always at Easter, and I think that the AAB need to up their fundraising activities and look to take more children to the Carifta Games. Our standards are, like I said before, are higher and stiffer for some of the athletes, and I don't know if they are done that way to deny children the opportunity to make them, but I believe that they would have studied the results over the last couple of years at Carifta and come up with the standards. So I wouldn't want to say that is the reason, even though some people believe that because we don't have the finances, we make it tough on our children. But I'm appealing to corporate Barbados to come on board with the AAB and give them assistance so that they can probably take 10 or so non-qualifiers along with the 20 odd that have qualified so far.
What do you think the future holds for the sport and for track events here at the National Stadium, considering that we had the drums back and the stadium is reopened?
That was a good aspect to have the excitement in the stands. That would have encouraged and inspired the children to perform a lot better. But we really need to get a new national stadium or really refurbish this one. And the track itself needs to have some repairs done. I'm very disappointed that we waited to the 11th hour, so to speak, to patch the track at the 100-meter start. There are many holes there, and the track really needs proper maintenance, because we must set the standard. We started Carifta Games in 1972. We are hoping to host the 50th anniversary of the Carifta Games in 2022, and I believe that there must be a major effort to redevelop this stadium, build a new stadium, call it the Obadiah Thompson Stadium. I saw him here today and he must be pleased with Carson Cottage victory. But there's a lot that needs to be done, and I'm hoping and praying people are talking about that we don't have the money. But we have to do something with this national stadium. In this condition, it is not one that would encourage athletes to go out there and perform at their optimum. And this crowd that came here today for the BSSAC, I just hope that they will come to some of the other meets. Too often I turn up here on a Saturday and Sunday when the AAB have their athletics meets, and you hardly have a lot of people here at the stadium. You need the support, and it is not only the spectators but those in the media organizations need to send their people to cover AAB meets, you know, it's still really only the nation who cover the meets on weekends, you know, and the other media houses need to also get up there and come on board, and, you know, so that people can have their performances highlighted in the, not only in print, but on the electronic media, and really give the athletes that push, because there's nothing like getting that exposure. I saw a few scouts here, and I know that the performers, some of the athletes this will be their last BSAC, so they'll be looking to get athletic scholarships.
Okay, Stuart, just before we go now, just sum up again the day's proceedings.
Well, it was a day in which St. Michael girls and Harrison College boys will be very happy with their emerged champions in their divisions, and Foundation there were second in both categories. Spring Memorial they were third in the girls. You had good performances from a school like Commonwealth and Queen's College. I think they were in the top 5 in both boys and girls. We had some record-breaking performances as well. St. Michael 4x4 girls, I think they brought their own BSA record in that important 4x4 relay. And we have a lot to look for in terms of performances. There are some outstanding athletes in Barbados, and I hope that the is over, that they will get the adequate rest. And, you know, I can't end by saying Shamar Alden, I was very happy for her, because last year she struggled with injuries, the same thing this year around, but she finally qualified for CRIFTA, and that would probably bring a big smile to young Shamar Alden, because she's one of the hardest working athletes in Barbados.
Okay, thank you very much, Stuart. Our producer, Crystal Hoy, is telling me that we have to wrap up. This has been brought to you by the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union, Sol, On Track with Sol, Burger King, Taste is King, and Insure. This has been the nation's coverage of BSAP 2019. Thank you so much for joining us.
You miss dinner? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
It's more than